Hey everyone, I have here Isabelle's House Visit. It's a Lego set in the Animal Crossing theme with 389 pieces. It's a 6+ set, and it's officially licensed by Nintendo. That's pretty cool. It comes with these two minifigures here. Let's see what else we got in this box. So in this box we got these 6 numbered bags. This piece here, which is kind of similar to a road plate except it has studs. And this is not in any bag. And we do get these instructions that I will not be using. I will rely only on this box to build the entire set. Let's get started with bag 1. So in this set, we're given 2 options for the windows. You can do them both brown or medium nougat, or both in blue, specifically medium azure. I will pick one of each just to show you what both designs look like. Yeah, so I realized I made a mistake here. You see how here there's nougat and then white. It's supposed to be nougat and then white in this corner, then white in this other corner. Or in other words, the box is showing here in this particular picture. So nougat, white, always like pointing this way, and then also at the other side of the corner. So I need to move these guys back by 1, moving towards the interior. Alright, now tiling this off is actually feasible because I have the proper dimensions. Yeah, this looks better to me. It's a bit less space, and I'm gonna have to cover this up with some plants, but I think this is the proper way to do it. Looks like even my second attempt at this was wrong. It's actually like this, and the overhang is here, not here at the door. This is actually more symmetrical, so it feels better to me. It frustrates me that it took me 3 tries to get this one. But to be fair, I'm doing it without the instructions and without the 3D view. I'm only using the box. Alright, there we go. I'm pretty sure this is correct. Yeah, that looks good. To align these tiles, you can use a brick separator, which is not included in the set. Alright, I'm pretty much done with the build. So from now on, I'll just try to replicate what is on the front of the box just to show you one example of what you can do with the stuff in the set. Okay, I think I captured all the details from the box. I might have like one small thing that's not exactly matching, but I think the big picture is definitely there. Now, let's take a look at the minifigures before going into the details of the build. The set comes with 2 characters, Isabelle and Fauna, or if you speak French or Spanish, it's Marie or Canela or Bibi for French and Spanish for this one. So yeah, the names of these characters differ based on the language that you play the game, but in English they're Isabelle and Fauna. So here's a look at the characters from all angles. Notice the nice printing on both of the torsos, front and back, and here notice the printing on the back of the head as well. Isabelle gets this nice flower accessory, and Fauna gets this party hat. And the printing here is done very well, it's very crisp. So yeah, very good characters to get. Isabelle particularly is very iconic in terms of Animal Crossing. Pretty much everyone has seen this character, even if they don't know who she is, even if you've never played the game, you just see her everywhere. So it's nice to finally get her in Lego form. And Fauna is definitely a nice addition to add as well. And if you're old enough, you might remember the Lego Fabuland theme that had very similar characters to these. So very nice to get them here in this set. As for the house itself, there's a structure here at the front, and then there's a large garden surrounding the house from all sides, and then you can take these pieces as indicated on the box and just move them around to various configurations, because they're all linked together with these pieces right here, so it's very easy to move things around according to your preferences, and this helps support various play patterns as well, so that's very nice to see. Like, starting in this default configuration, there's these flowers here, there's a bunch of them repeated in this set. There's a small pumpkin patch, which reminds me of the polybag. So there was a polybag gift with purchase available earlier this year, and it contained the maple minifigure, so this one reminds me of them. There's a mailbox done in red with a piece of mail on the inside. That's pretty nice to see. More flowers, a tool shed here, and I like the way that they designed the drawers. They don't actually open, but this using the jumper pieces here is a nice part usage. And there's an acorn or a picture of an acorn over here, so that's pretty interesting. Plus we get these tools. On the box, this shed is shown very close to the house, but I would prefer to move it over by 1 or 2 just to give it more space. I think that looks better. For the house itself, it has this very nice facade at the front, then openable door. It's pretty nice to get, and it's a spacious entryway over here. We'll look at the interior in a moment. We have this like design here that's reminiscent of wood, like those classic houses from a long time ago. And here, the shingling pattern is done nicely in orange, and the fact that these bricks are, the fact that it's alternating with these plates means the height goes up and down, and that just gives it this very nice view, especially when you look at it 3D. It looks more realistic, it looks more authentic compared to if it was just completely flat, so that's nice. There's a chimney here with stylized smoke, and you can rotate this around depending on which direction the wind is facing, or even remove it entirely if it's the summertime and you're not using the fireplace. Very easy to add and remove. So that's pretty cool. One of the critiques that I have for the roof is that this stuff is very easy to pull away. I wish these were fixed better at the top, so it's not that easy to swing them. The roof itself is attached just by these clips here, so it can also be hinged up and down, but this might be good for play if you want to hinge it up, have easier access in here, although this is already pretty good access. I guess here in the corner might marginally help. Yeah, so let's switch to talking about the interior. By the way, this tree here has some secrets. If you've seen me during the build, or if you've seen one of my previous videos, you'll see that there's actually space in the tree to hide your stuff, so that can be used similar to what you could do in-game. So Easter eggs, always nice to get. The bed here has this nice quilt. It looks very nice and vibrant. There's this picture on the wall, also very nice to get. There's this grandfather clock showing the time, and I don't know why this transparent piece was used here, but it is. We have here a kitchen with an oven, and you can put cookies here to bake in the oven. It's pretty hard to access with large fingers, but you could just remove it, play with it, and then put it back. There's a sink, and then there's this table, which is easily removable if you want to take it outside, for example, and that's shown in some of the pictures in the box. Nice customization options here. This is open back, so if you want to close it off completely, you would need to add your own pieces, and quite a few of them. I don't think it's impossible to do. Like on a tight budget, you just have to basically, at the minimum, you would need to have this wall here and another roof, like if you want to make it very small, or if you want to make it a bit larger, you can expand this a little bit, but then it's going to cost you a bit extra. So I think for maybe $10, $20 worth of pieces, you could close it off if you really want to, but this is intended more for play, so kids are probably going to prefer an open back house, like a doll house that they can play around in easily. So the windows are easily customizable, as it says on the box. So the way you customize the windows, you simply remove the piece, add the piece that you want. It's super simple. So you could put the blue windows, you could put the brown windows, whichever one suits your fancy. You could switch them every day if you like. And it's very easy to add or remove because the gray plate here is locked in. It's not going anywhere. So you just plug this in and it's good to go. Yeah, so that's pretty nice. And I like how the roof here, they added this orange stuff here just to like maintain the visual consistency, because they could have left this blank. They could have made this very minimalist, but I appreciate they added these pieces here to make it look more complete. There's also some accessories included in the set. They're not shown prominently at the front of the box. For example, there's this paintbrush. We get 2 of them in the set. We also get this book with an empty tile inside, so you could read it. You know, any of the characters can read this book. We do get this basket with a cell phone inside. The basket is done with soft plastic, so you could squish it. And the phone here, here's a print of the phone. It shows various applications such as camera, acorn. You see stuff that's relevant to Animal Crossing. The print is slightly off though, like you could see here, like it's slightly offset. It's not perfectly centered, but it's almost perfect, so something to keep in mind. We also get this watering can, and this balloon carrying a present, and just like in previous sets that I've reviewed, including Julian's birthday party, you could put something here as a gift. So for example, this printed piece here, and by the way, there's no stickers in this set, only prints. You take this and put it inside as some sort of gift. Or you could take the book and put it here. Oh, it's unfortunate that the book does not fit in here, but maybe you can gift the paintbrushes instead. Okay, so that's nice. And then you might be wondering what this piece is all about. This piece is very nice to get, and it's not shown on the box, but it's shown on the front page of the instructions, the cover page, that you could do this. Basically, you attach this clear piece to this gift, and you attach the whole thing to the tree to make it appear as if the gift is floating in the air. So, to be clear, here's what it looks like. So, I really like that they included this piece here. It adds a lot of value in my opinion. Especially since for a long time this piece was very rare and hard to find. Not impossible, like not like $1 million or anything, but still not something that you see every day. So I do like this set. I do think it's a little bit pricier than it should be at $40 US, $50 Canadian for just basically half of the house plus a bunch of accessories. But it does include these Animal Crossing exclusive minifigures. You don't really get these every day, and for a long time they wanted LEGO to give us these figures, so now they finally have, and they are going to charge a premium for it, which I do understand. Yeah, so you get a bunch of interesting pieces, a bunch of interesting building techniques. Animal Crossing, it's officially licensed by Nintendo, etc. So it's not crazy. I just wish it was a little bit cheaper. That would make me feel a lot better about recommending this set. Now, there's another house that I recently built and reviewed, which is the Cozy House. And so this one is the 3-in-1 set. It's a bit more expensive. The usual price is $60 US or $80 Canadian, but it's often been 20% off, 25% off on various websites like Amazon. So it's very easy to get this on a discount. This one is actually a complete, fully enclosed model. Like, if you see my review, you'll know that like this thing is fully enclosed, but it can be opened. So if you want to play with it like a dollhouse, you just open it here, and then you have a full interior filled with stuff to do, including toys, beds for sleeping, living room downstairs, and a dining room. I won't go into all the details here, you can check my previous video for that, but this one gives you, I think, a lot more stuff. Also, the chimney here is much more involved, much more significant compared to the tiny one here, which is just a bunch of pieces, although there is no fancy cloud at the top. So in terms of overall value, I feel like if you have the additional money, you want to have a complete house, I think this one would be better. If you care more about Animal Crossing and you really want to get these figures, then get the Isabelle's house visit. So in terms of scale, the houses are roughly comparable. This one is a bit smaller, but they're not outrageously out of scale because they're both designed for minifigures. But if you're living in this house, you're probably looking at this house, the house next door, and it's a much larger. Yeah, so these are both at the same plane. So both of these are the same distance from the camera. Just that this door is protruding outward, and here this thing is protruding outward, but they're basically the same distance. So you see this one is a lot larger and also a lot thicker. There's more depth to it. This one is pretty shallow. So yeah, I think that the Creator 3-in-1, which also rebuilds into 2 other alternative models, is better value in general. But if you care about Animal Crossing, then you need to get this one for the figures. And if you can't decide, you're going to have to do what I did and just get both of them. So yeah, that's it for my view on the Isabelle's house visit set. Thank you so much for tuning in to Versatile Fun Designs. Which sets do you want me to build and review next? Comment down below. And don't forget to like and subscribe. It always helps. It helps me in the algorithm. It helps share the video. It helps YouTube share the video with more people who are interested in this kind of stuff. Again, thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time.